the court are the players. We'll see what words of wisdom Tyler
Welcome back to the Philadelphia PA.
Quakers have to swing out his system.
I would say right before the break, Payne Quakers going to use their first of their timeout.
And first tempo blocked, good cover.
In this set, we need to make a comeback. Win set 2.
Pushed over. Tennyson with a quick reaction. Then a misconnection, Sophie.
A misconnection for Payne Quakers.
Another good rally, the longest of the second set so far. Off the block, out of system. And Wittenberg floats one over and down.
I think that is what the rest of this game is going to be all about. How are we going to score the ball? Tips, roll shots, swinging as hard as we can. Identifying the defense, I think, is going to be a key.
Yeah, Penn aren't the only team in tonight's match that have wildly outdogged their opponent on the season. Tempo almost 50 digs better than their opponents coming into the match, so both teams strong defense in the back row. Good block touch for the Quakers. And in transition, Adele Murray with the kill. Just the right weight, it looked like, on that block touch. And the first tempo ball for Murray. And then the service ace for Pollock. Addison's 8th on this season. Came in second on the squad behind Ellie Siskin in tonight's match. Very efficient, as Pollock was only charged with 6 service errors on the season. And her tough serve will get a swing for her side. And through the block and down.
That was a great swing by Garner. Realizing that the middle blocker was a little late, gonna try to nail it through that hole, throwing off some hands.
Almost finished her, almost got there. Now on the slide, finished her swing, catches inbound. Nope, no, it doesn't either.
I think it went slightly wide.
Yep. And a service error, that one was close.
I mean, if you're going to push the threshold of serving aggressively, sometimes that's what you're going to end up with.
I think Coach could probably live with that one. 5 service errors now in the match for the Quakers against just 2 aces. But they have been serving hard as Rittenberg couldn't get on top of that one. And things have tightened up again. Tempo back up by 1. First tempo, this time tempo ready, and they're going to earn the point. Alyssa Finnister had her hands on that ball.
It was a great blocking move by her. Normally Adele Murray likes to swing back to that 1-1-6 seam. She identified her line of approach and blocked that ball.
An uncharacteristically poor set from Anna Shofi. Technically 4 contacts. little too tight to the net. That will happen occasionally as Murray serves an ace. And in the blink of an eye, Temple back up by 4. Coach Haxton will call another timeout.
Pink Quakers will use their last and final timeout of this game.
Murray really came into the game as a game changer. Digging, passing, hitting, doing it all.
Yeah, just a sophomore, but she played a ton last year as a freshman, and continuing that. As you mentioned too, she's the middle that usually will take the serve and take the rotation in the back row, so she gets a chance to show off all her skills. Listed at 6'1", but clearly a mobile player. She was honorable mention All-Ivy in her freshman campaign. Rookie of the Week one time, and she was on the latest Ivy League honor roll for 914. Pretty good representation for the Quakers in the early going. 2 weeks ago, it was Addison Pollock that was the Rookie of the Week. Now it's the junior Yada Sanger, Player of the Week. And the Quakers will start Ivy League play later this week. Owls also will start their conference slate. They're heading down to Houston, where they'll take on the Rice Owls. I was looking at the American standings. I didn't realize now, because with all the conference realignments, Rice, Temple, and Florida Atlantic are now all in the American Conference for volleyball, so that's a 3-owl conference.
Yep.
Does that make it the wisest conference in the country? Hook shot that time from corner, but a great up. Respectfully, they kept it alive originally, but eventually the Quakers stick with it for the point. Emery Moore with some last-second instructions from her coach before she makes her way back to the service line. Tip for tip that time. Now there's a swing out of the back row. Murray, big off the block. Coming our way. Murray was off to a bit of a slow start in this match, but she's picked it up now. Her 6th kill on the contest to lead Temple. Tied for the match lead with Jenna Garner. For the first time of the season, I think, we have to go to the towel.
It's getting a bit warm in here.
It sure is. Doesn't matter. I don't know. There might be a weather phenomenon, but it doesn't matter if it's the Friday of Labor Day weekend or mid-September, but if Quakers are home early in the season, it's going to be hot. Certainly magnified by the fact that we are not in a climate-controlled building. Well, at least no air conditioning. There's plenty of heat. That's just more. And the momentum for the Owls. Ellie with the kill.
Great deep corner shot by Siskin there. I think everybody's going to have to take a look at her playbook.
Yeah. Clean kills have been hard to come by in this match on either side. Penn gets another good block touch on the swing. Well, on second effort, Harper's able to terminate down the line. Nice job by her setter on that ball.
Keeping it in system, really pushing the tempo.
Being courtside, it's tough to believe that Christiana Green is really 5'10". That might be a program height, but she certainly plays bigger than that. There's another service ace for the Owls. That's Yoza. Siskin powers through the block and down. Wasn't the best pass in the world, but Moore did a nice job to get it set up. Concept to better the ball there. So no DS's in the match at the moment for the Quakers in the back row, and Temple will take advantage of that with the clean kill.
I love that overload moment. Having your middle blocker on a gap, outside on a go, confuses the blockers and gives them a bit of a different look.
Off serve from Harper. A nifty left-handed set. Anderson will be the beneficiary of that. That was clever.
Yeah, if you're a middle blocker, you just got to run your route and trust that your setter is going to put it right in your hands. And that is what Emery Moore did right there.
Christiana Green sets herself up with an easy kill for the second time the match after an overpass on her initial swing. Pollock got her platform set that time, and that ball caught all of it, really.
Yep.
Might have caught her in the chin, too, but she seems all right. Off the block and down. Smart swipe that time from Sanger. And maybe more importantly for the Quakers, it ends a Maddie Metcalf service run before it can get started. The other libero for the Temple Owls got on a good service run in the first set. And off the block and down. Credit that kill for Michaela Murray. You expect it from Harper and Green, but Murray's really provided a good third option for the Owl attack in this match. Now up to 5 kills. Yeah. So Cairo Bentley is serving now for Temple. Tough one and a little confusion on the Quaker end. Oh, Pollock ready for it that time. Murray tried to go a tight cut angle. Traditional swing, and again the Quakers up with it. And Rickberg cross court.
Saw the block was a little outside and took her shot cross court. It's a smart play right there.
Like you said, Rickberg went to school watching Ellie Siskin have success with that swing.
Yep.
Now Pollock with the serve. Ball's up. And somebody's into the net. Adele Murray. You can see the anguish on her face.
Yeah.
Yep.
2v1 up the net. Did not go her way.
Garner with a smart swing as she goes inside out. Quakers trim the deficit to 4. The Owls are just 3 points from leveling this match. Alyssa Burke gives the instruction to Moore before the serve. And good pass. First tempo. Credit to kill to Alyssa Finister.
Solid block touch there, just a bit of a miscommunication.
Yeah, the Quakers would probably like to have that one back. That ball probably should have stayed up, but nothing they can do about it now. Temple bring their closer into the match here. Sophia Hardy, DS, and a bit of a service specialist is back to the service line. Well handled by the Quakers. They go first, Temple. But Temple ready for that. Steel Sinai into the match for the first time. Got a big block to start the transition for Temple. Steele's just a freshman from Beaverton, Oregon. And now set point for the Owls. That will be a service error. But the Quakers are still down 5 points, so Jenna Garner's going to need to go on a run once we get the substitutions sorted out on the Temple side. Already back to the sideline, officially had to check her middle back into the match. Alyssa finished her so she could be replaced by the libero, and playing that ball is Claudia Rivera. Now another swing for Temple for the set. And another up. Pollock with a great dig. Harper once more. This time it's Garner that keeps it up. And going over on two. Successful. Sinai played it, but out of bounds.
And that right there shows how the Quakers defense loves to work. They're not just letting the ball drop willingly. They're hustling.
Good pass that time. He set the back row. Murray with a big swing. The Quakers are ready for it. And Harper tries a cross court. Pollock has it. Then from the back row, the attack is long off the right hand.
We won set two.
Will in fact take the second set. Level the match at a set apiece and take us to intermission. So after we're back from the break, before we take a break, to talk about the first two sets a little bit. Good fight from the Owls. They did go quietly in the first set, despite being down by as many as 7 points, I believe, or maybe 8 even. And that same thing for the Quakers when they got down in the second set a couple times. They got close to drawing before Temple pulled away.
I'm curious what Coach Hagstrom is going to have to say for the Quakers in this little...
Yeah, we'll find out. Here's Nick Earnshaw with the coach.
Hey, Coach. Tied after two. A lot of back and forth in that second one. Talk to me about your takeaways so far.
I think the second set we were digging a good amount of balls. We just got to put ourselves in a better position to get some kills and
Hagstrom
we'll talk about
is the head coach for the women's volleyball team for Pink Quakers. This is his very first season.
I think it's been back and forth. I think it's a little bit inconsistent on our side. I think we started off really strong, and we just got to stay with our talk and our effort and work together as a team. So we'll talk about that in the break right now.
Thanks so much, Coach. Appreciate it. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Nick. And that was Tyler Hagstrom. So now we'll take the break. We'll be back with some scores and highlights during intermission. It's been a good one so far. Tied a set apiece. We'll be back. This is NCAA Volleyball, brought to you by ESPN.
We'll be right back on either side. We're going to intermission.